I had a dream last night. Or really, it was more like a nightmare where kids were following an evil Pied Piper, unaware that though he was promising to take them to the promised land, it was really to the darkness they were marching, and they were so oblivious. Though to me it was obvious that to this Piper it was just business, and so with a quickness he used the youth, confused the truth, unabashedly spoke candidly about that which was wicked, and the kids rapidly ate this blasphemy like candy, and we let them. We just stood by and watched as they danced to his music that he called hip-hop. And I yelled, "Get me out of this dream for goodness sake," but much to my dismay, I seemed to be awake, like this was really happening, and it was baffling because they blamed the culture, but not the vulture. Or they said it was the medium, but not the trash he was feeding them, and the media was exalting this dude, said his lewd brew was just misconstrued, so they drank it up till they were intoxicated and he dominated their minds, used them as his pawns, but they were so far gone they didn't realize they were being used, and the few who dared to criticize were labeled haters. So instead they all catered to this traitor, inflated his ego like he was some kind of hero, and we all just stood by and watched as they memorized this music that he called hip-hop. And he told them stories of fake former glories. He spoke with such authority that they didn't even question him, just thought the best of him, or excused him by saying he's just keeping it real, he's just a product of the streets, like if that means we should just eat his rotten meat as long as it's served over a tight beat. And he don't even care about the art, he just wants to hit the charts, biting off of other MCs, grew up in the burbs trying to sound like a G, rapping about blasting cats and horrible acts, but ain't none of it fact. And even the ones who used to be gangsta ain't still getting their paper off that. They're not still making their money selling rock. Want you to think they're posting up on the block instead of chilling on yachts or playing golf at the crib that your money bought. And they can afford to live lavishly in luxury while we languish and lack, cause we foolishly fund this folly. In fact, we further their downfall when we call ourselves fans. And while the beat gets you open, your dignity is stolen, snatched like a gold chain by a gold digger named Shame. Our people can't hold their heads high because our identity's been based on lies, and we've been taught to be defined by how hard we are. And hardness is defined by putting your life on the line for your ends and your rep. Get rich or die trying. And ladies figure out real early on that typically the influence they wield is in how much skin they reveal, and in how they yield to the whims of boys who want to be men but don't know how, so they can only pretend. Haven't been equipped to stand up for their kin and stop the degradation, dehumanization, and exploitation happening right now in their own generation, and we just stand by and watch as they wreck this music that we call hip-hop. So reality check 1 2 1 2, cause a reality check is long overdue. We're looking up to MCs, letting them lead us, but all these prophets care about our profits, so we're letting them bleed us like leeches, living off the suffering of the streets, and we were all made to worship, so we just fall at their feet like stupid sheep. We got no eyes to see that it's our souls we deplete every time we hit repeat. And this insanity has got me contemplating the gravity of humanity's depravity. We want people to exalt us, that's what we crave, but we don't exalt the Most High because we're depraved and enslaved. They've made these stages into cages, imprisoned by their own greed, but if they would get within His pages, perhaps they could be freed. We were made in His image, but forgot where we came from, forgot what we were made for, like dogs searching for crumbs when it's a feast He has in store. He came to give us more, but we'd rather eat our own vomit, and I can't stomach it no more. If this art's not lifting you up, then what are you listening for? They ain't got no causes, all they've got are losses, leaving behind a line of dead souls in their wake of kids who are just following their leaders cause they had the audacity to be dreamers but mistakenly put their hope in dead rhymes, not understanding that this was really genocide. Satan's designed to kill all mankind by inspiring the blind to keep leading the blind. We need artists with light to shine. So will the real MCs please rise? Cause our people seem to be hypnotized, and we need this art to be revived. I can't take any more of its demise. I want an MC with knowledge and skill, an MC who understands that keeping it real isn't about glorifying sin, but about glorifying Him, cause He's the realest. So shout out to all the real MCs, and those using music for the glory of the King, taking us back to hip-hop's rough draft, taking us back to the art of the craft. We need to advance, wake us up from our trance, cause I never want to say I just stood by and watched the death of my people while trusting in hip-hop.